students, welcome to the course Animal Diversity 2 Biology of Chordates. And the instructor for this module is Dr. Sneha, Assistant Professor, Department of Zoology, St. Joseph's College for Women, Vishakhapatnam. The topic we are discussing in today's class is general characters and classification of phylum Chordata in part 1. And the contents of this topic is introduction to chordates, fundamental characters of chordates, general characters of chordates. And the learning outcomes of this topic is the students will understand the defining characters and evolutionary significance of chordates. They can identify key anatomical features that distinguish chordates from other animal phyla. They can describe the fundamental traits that all chordates share, such as the notochord, dorsal nerve cord, and pharyngeal gill slits. They can recognize the general body plan and organ systems present in chordates. Now we are starting with the topic, that is general characters of phylum Chordata. It is derived from a Greek language word. Chorda means string or cord and eta means bearing. That means chordata means the animals which are bearing cord. The diversity of phylum Chordata. In chordates, total 64,832 species are recorded till date. Among these, 32,120 species belongs to the category of Pisces, 6,771 are amphibians, 9,320 are reptiles, 9,026 species belongs to the category of birds, and 5,750 species belongs to the class Mammalia. If you're going to see, the chordates are very much diverse comparing to the non-chordate category. If you're going to observe, the smallest living chordate on earth is Philippine goby, which belongs to the category of fishes. That is the smallest one, which measures up to only 10 mm in size. On the other hand, if you're going to observe, the largest surviving chordate, that is aquatic mammal, that is blue whale, which can grow up to more than 35 meters in its lifetime. Now coming to the general characters of phylum Chordata. Chordates are aquatic or terrestrial or maybe aerial. All chordates are free living mostly, and they exhibit bilateral symmetry and presence of post-anal tail. Exoskeleton is present. Chordates are triploblastic animals, means going to have all the three germ layers. They are true coelomates. Their endoskeleton is made by either cartilage or bones. Pharyngeal gill slits at some stage may or may not be present, or in some chordates they might have lungs because of their terrestrial nature. They have complete type of digestive system. That means the alimentary canal starts with mouth and ends with anus. They have closed type of blood vascular system, and for excretion, this going to be exhibited by presence of kidneys. They might be protonephric or mesonephric or metanephric type of kidneys. Dorsal and tubular nerve cord is also present, and they are bisexual animals. Now we will see the fundamental chordate characteristics. That means if animals, they're going to have the below mentioned three characters at any life stage. That means it might be in the larval stage or at the adult stage for some time also. They all are included in this phylum Chordates. So that's why these characters are known as fundamental chordate characteristics. Now we will see what are those. The first fundamental characteristic is presence of dorsal, hollow or tubular nerve cord. Second character, the notochord in some higher order chordates, which is going to later replaced by vertebral column. And third fundamental character is pharyngeal gill slits. Now we will see what is dorsal hollow nerve cord. The nerve cord is present dorsally, so that's why it is known as dorsal nerve cord, and it is hollow in nature. It is longitudinal hollow nerve tube. It is present above to the notochord. Second one, notochord. Notochord is elongated in size and shape. It is a rod-like structure, highly flexible, present just beneath the nerve cord, and this is the prime feature of all chordates. Third one, pharyngeal gill slits. At some stage, almost all majority of chordates, they're going to have this pharyngeal gill slits. They are paired lateral gill slits, pharyngeal wall of the gut behind the mouth, that is the location. In protochordates, the gill slits are present throughout the life, but in higher order vertebrates, they disappear or modifies as lungs at the adult stage. Now coming to the chordate classification. So, the chordates are basically divided into various subphylums, divisions on the basis of following character. That is what presence of notochord or vertebral column and presence or absence of cranium. Phylum Chordata is further divided into groups, subphylums, divisions, superclasses and classes. So first we will see how phylum Chordata is divided into two groups. Group 1 is known as Acraniata and group 2 is named as Craniata. Acraniata group is also known as protochordates because of their primitive nature. They are also known as lower order chordates. On the other hand, the group 2 craniata is also known as euchordates or higher order chordates because they are much more complex than the protochordates. So we will see here how this group A craniata is further divided into subphylums. Here I have mentioned about the A craniata is further divided into three subphylums, that is what hemichordata, urochordata and cephalochordata. But here on hemichordata is now actually considered as a part of invertebrate group. So that's why A craniata we're going to consider that it is divided into only two subphylums. Subphylum 1 Urochordata and subphylum 2 Cephalochordata. These two subphylums were further divided into classes. So now first see how subphylum Urochordata is further divided into three classes, that is class 1 Acidiaceae, class 2 Thalliaceae and class 3 Larvaceae. The second subphylum Cephalochordata is further divided into only one class, that is class Leptocardi. That is the classification of group Acraniata. Now we will come to group Craniata, which is further divided into only one subphylum, that is subphylum Vertebrata. This subphylum Vertebrata is further divided into two divisions, that is division 1 Agnatha and division 2 Gnathostomata. This division Agnatha is further divided into the two classes. That is class Ostracodermy, which is a completely extincted class. The second class Cyclostomata. That is about division Agnatha. So now we will see division 2 Gnathostomata, which is further divided into superclass Pisces and second superclass Tetrapoda. So now the superclass Pisces is further divided into three classes, that is class Placodermy, class Chondrichthyes and class Osteichthyes. So these five classes here, that is two classes from division Agnatha and three classes from division Gnathostomata, but they belongs to superclass Pisces. These five classes as a whole, they are known as enamniotes. Means they don't have any extra embryonic membranes during the embryonic development. That's why they are considered as lower vertebrates. On the other hand, if you're going to see superclass Tetrapoda, which is further divided into four classes, that is class Amphibia, class Reptilia, class Aves, and class Mammalia. As a whole, these four classes are known as amniotes because they're going to develop the four extra embryonic membranes, that is amnion, chorion, yolk sac and allantois during the embryonic development. That's why they are considered as higher vertebrates. So this is the entire classification of phylum Chordata. So this is about part 1 class. So in the next part 2 class, we will further study about all the characters of the categories of phylum Chordata. The summary of this topic includes chordates are a diverse and complex group of animals are distinguished by several fundamental characteristics that includes the presence of a notochord, a dorsal nerve cord, pharyngeal gill slits, and a post-anal tail at some stage of their development. These defining features play a crucial role in the structural and functional organization of chordates, setting them apart from other animal phyla. Understanding these traits is essential for appreciating the evolutionary significance and biological diversity of chordates. And these are the references cited for this topic. Thank you students for listening the class.